good evening, and welcome to the Congo Hour. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there and for all of the stepfathers who have stepped up in the position of a father in another child's life. Thank you so very much. Trippy is running a few minutes late. He is coming. He was literally stuck. We'll talk about that once he gets here. We have a fun and exciting show as always. We have actually 2 or 3 guests with us on this evening. We have a surprise guest here today who just happened to be in the studio, and I thought that it would be very, everything works out well. I'm just going to say that. So we have some community news and some birthday announcements, and I'm going to go right into my first interview with Mr. Rondell Page. Welcome to the Congo Hour.
Thank you very much for having me.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So how many children do you have?
3 children.
And what's their age?
12, 5, and 1.
You have to think about it.
Yeah, they keep rolling. They'll be 13 next week and one be 2 tomorrow. So it's funny how it goes.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
I understand. So if you would be kind and tell the viewing audience what you do as far as it pertains to fatherhood.
Well, I guess for about 13 years now, I've been working to become a better father myself. I had a child early, 16 years old.
Okay.
And growing up, not having a father myself, I had a lot of men in my life, a lot of mentors that reached into me, and I've been doing that, reaching back out. My full-time occupation is a director with community schools at John Dickinson High School, and I kind of take a fatherhood role there, with the young men and the young ladies. Some of the young ladies think I'm overbearing, but it's kind of like I look at all of them as my daughter. And, so that's kind of what I do. I'm kind of like a dad figure, so to speak, because I know we need it in our community.
Okay, very good. So you're at the school and someone is having a behavior issue, or, how do they get to come to you?
Well, a lot of times it's bigger than a behavior issue. Sometimes they're at-home issues or in school issues. There could be lack of support, lack of father figure. It could be emotional disturbance. It can really be anything. And those are things that I come in and help, bring together for our students.
Okay, all right, very good. So once they come to your office, what happens?
Well, it's a free zone, kind of like what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. So they open up, they speak to me, and they let their problems be known, and I talk to them. And if I need to go home and really get to the bottom of it, I do that. If we need to find some outside support from the community, whether it be outside agencies, we grab those agencies and bring them into the child's life and into their family, and make sure they get the support they need. So that's kind of what I love to do and enjoy doing.
Do you do any volunteering outside of the school system?
Yes, actually, on Thursday of last week, a group of my workers went to the Emmanuel Dining Room over in Newcastle off of Rogers Road. We served lunch there. We're going to do it next Thursday. I volunteer at Browns Boys and Girls Club, Rose Hill Community Center. So I try to stay as close to my community as possible.
Okay. I have a nephew, Isaiah, who is working during the summer at Browns. This is his first job, so he's real excited to be working in the community and giving back to the community.
That's huge.
So if someone wanted to contact you, how would they contact you?
You can contact me by cell phone at 302-709-1299, or simply Ronnell Page, RONNELLPAGE, at Gmail, Yahoo, Facebook, or Instagram. All of them, my name, and you'll find me.
Okay. So before we end our segment, is there any advice that you can give to a father who is maybe a young father or a father that is not in his child's life that desires to be?
Just keep fighting. It's never too late to be a father. Sometimes we make mistakes, but trust me, if you fight for that child, they'll love you for it, and their life will be better for you, because of it.
Okay, all right. Thank you so very much for
coming. Thank you very much, Wayna.
You're welcome. I know that a lot of our Facebook family and friends are waiting for our shout outs to our fathers. We are having technical difficulties, but prayerfully before the end of the show, we will have it all together so that we can run the shout outs for Father's Day. I'm going to take a very quick break, and I'll be right back. We are back, and Mr. Congo has joined me. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate that.
How was your Father's Day?
Fantastic.
It was.
Yes, it was.
Every
great.
day is fantastic for
Every
you, right?
day I'm on this side of the
I
ground.
know that's right. I know that's
It's
right.
great. Yes.
Yes. So our next guest, Mr. Congo, is Mr. Devon Fletcher, and he has an event coming up to stop the violence in, I want to say, in Delaware. How about that?
In Delaware, yes.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Great. Are you a father?
Yes, I am.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. So, if you would be kind and let the viewing audience know about about you and what you do and what made you come up with the event.
Okay, I'm Devon Fletcher, and I'm the director of the Imperial Dynasty Arts Program. We're a nonprofit organization that we started in 2002, and our mission is to remove the kids off the streets and put them into a safe environment where they can learn drill, drumming, and things of that nature. Because one thing we learned was every kid is not a basketball player. Every kid is not good in sports, so we try to find an activity that suits them. So over the years, we've helped a lot of children, get them off the streets, give them something positive to do. Recently, there has been a lot of violence in Delaware. So what I did was, well, before, there used to be so many drill teams in Delaware, like Hit Squad, Black Image, Southbridge Queens, Eastside Steppers. All those used to be in the city, and the kids had things to do. Recently, they've all dwindled away. So what I decided to do was put on an event called Rock the Streets to Stop the Violence youth event. I invited about 25 different drill teams from Baltimore, New Jersey, Philadelphia, and Connecticut to come down. We're gonna have a nice big parade, and then they're gonna perform. It's gonna be a peaceful day, but what I did was I've contacted many vendors, many like different organizations that provide activities for the kids. So they're gonna come out and set up tables and let the kids know what's available, what activities and programs are available to them in the city. My initiative is to try and keep the kids as active as possible this summer. So, I mean, we're still looking for vendors to come out. If you have a karate, you do karate, or Girl Scouts, Girls on the Run, we invite you guys to come out, set up a table, and recruit some of these kids. I'm looking to have, with the drill teams alone, about 1,000 youth in attendance.
And when is the actual event?
The actual event is actually this Saturday, June 27th. So the lineup for the parade is at 9 o'clock. The kicks off at 10 o'clock, and we're starting at Thatcher and Governor Prince at the baseball field. Mm-hmm. We're gonna march down Vanderveer Avenue, make a right on Pine, and go right to Price's Park.
Okay. And I believe you have a flyer.
Yes, I do have a flyer.
We're gonna see if Alvin can put up the flyer. I know you are an advocate for doing things for the youth and keeping them active and out of trouble.
You know, I was just listening, and things were flashing by my mind. And I've often been an advocate of kids on the street. And most people are saying, take them off. You know, I went to see my godchild graduate from medical school. They had a party for her, and what area is that she had that party?
Manioc.
Manioc.
Yeah.
And everybody was on the street, and everybody was happy, and one or two people could destroy that.
Oh, yes.
And so
Oh, yes.
what we need to do is to get the kind of, I guess, enthusiasm and value from the people on the street, not to let
Exactly.
this two people
Destroy
everybody's
Exactly, yes.
fun. Because we got to move. We
Right.
can't just stay in the house.
Right.
Right.
We got to move, and the streets are essentially safe. I don't think there's any place in Wilmington that I wouldn't travel. I don't fear, not that I'm a bad guy,
Right.
but I just don't think that what is made up by the newspapers and people, you know, we probably have a shooting once or whatever, but we could prevent that by having strong advocacy within that block.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so, and when these things occur, 90% of the people that's around know who it is.
Oh yes, without a doubt.
And so we have to create a new kind of value system around what's important.
Exactly.
You know, your buddy who needs to be in jail, or the lives of many, many people who are not allowed to have fun to the fullest extent
Right.
because these couple of people
Oh, yeah.
feel comfortable to behave like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not an advocate of getting them off. I'm an advocate of getting them on. The other thing that I'm very, very, I guess, concerned about is when in my time, volunteers was very, very,
Very
very
scarce.
important. And I think that we're not emphasizing how important it is, and even going knocking on doors, saying how important it is that we get more volunteers of people who have certain kind of values.
Right.
That's good.
And I don't mean to rain on your
Oh no,
parade
not at all.
because
I agree with you. I think everybody has been so divided from unity lately that it's like everybody's out for self. One thing I'm doing is the YMCA, YMCA, they opened up their doors to us to have a drill team. So I'm bringing back the drill team here in Wilmington. When I left at Jackson Street Boys and Girls Club, I had 180 youth all year round. You know, so I'm glad that they opened their doors, and my goal is to venture on each part of the city and start a hub. So now I'm bringing unity amongst the whole city. So I'm getting everybody rooting for something positive so they can band together against everything else that's out there.
For someone that's interested in participating, what number can they call?
They can reach me at 302-521-8551.
So, Abin, if you would be kind and put the number up on the screen for us once again.
Okay. And anybody can reach me. They can email me, Devon Fletcher at imperialdynasty.org. Same as my Facebook page or my website, imperialdynasty.org.
Okay, give your number one more time so Alvin can put it up.
302-521-8551.
And once again, if you would recap where and what time you're going to begin.
June 27th, the parade starts at 10 o'clock. We're going to end at Price's Park. I think that's 26 and Pine. The kids, like a lot of the kids are going to be out there performing all day. Different drill teams, so much entertainment. A lot of vendors are going to be out there to let the community, the families know what programs are out there for their kids to keep them active.
Okay, all right. Thank you so very
You're
much
welcome.
for coming on.
Thank
and
you for having
sharing.
me.
All right, Mr. C, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with our next guest. Good evening and welcome back to the Congo Hour. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in TV land. And happy to be here with my buddy, Mr. Congo, who is the father of the Congo Hour.
well, thank you, man.
You're welcome. All right, so Mr. C, our next guest is Mr. Herb Broadwater. He's no stranger to the Congo Hour. He's been here several times, and tonight you're here
so
to
it's
talk about an event at your
Yes,
church. Okay.
at Cornerstone Fellowship Baptist Church.
Happy
this
Father's Day
Thank you
first.
very much.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much. Hello to Team Broadwater out there, my family. But yes, we have our Community Day is coming up on Saturday, and it's going to be an all-day event, free, food, fun for all ages, bike giveaway. We also have some entertainment coming. We have Rashim Shawry and Kanisha Trott coming, as well as some local choirs.
Okay.
So there's going to be some health screenings for the men and ladies, and then also, like I said, there's going to be some events for kids: moon bounce, water slide, free food, you name it. It's a very good event for us. It's usually a lot of churches in the area have their church picnic. Well, we expanded our picnic to the community, so we want to give back to the community in which we live, which we're involved in, and give them some resources as well.
I love it. So it's going to take place, it says, in your parking
Yep.
lot, which
Praise
the
in the
address
parking lot.
is.
It's at 20 West Lee Boulevard, Wilmington, Delaware, right across from Foreman Mills and across from McDonald's.
Okay. And your pastor.
The Reverend Dr. Donald E. Dunnigan Sr. Thank you very much.
You're very, yeah, don't want you to get in trouble
give Pastor
at
a
all.
shout out.
Yes, okay. So I see you having the Men of Simpson.
Men of Simpson, as well as the Mighty Men of Canaan, are going to be there as well.
All right.
And as well as our own praise team and choirs as well. Yep.
Very good. So it's this
Saturday.
Saturday.
All day, from 10 to 4. And like I said, moon bounce, free food, come out, bring your family, your friends. And then the day after that is actually our Friends and Family Day. So you can come and worship with us on Sunday morning. Service starts at 10 a.m. And bring a friend, bring some family.
Okay. I love that the church gives to the community. I don't want to say I look down on, but that's what the church is about. It's about giving
about
to the
giving back to the
community.
community,
Yes,
yes.
and not just staying within your four walls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like I said, a lot of churches do their church picnic. It's at an isolated event, isolated location. But and granted, we used to do the same thing, but we become convicted to, wait a minute, the community comes to us. Let's give something back to the community. And that's what we've been focused on these past couple of years. And we've invited all of our neighbors in the community, neighboring churches as well.
Okay. Anything you'd like to say, sir?
Yeah, sure would. I have been a strong advocate of what you're doing, because when you kind of isolate yourself to members only, I
Right.
see that more of a country club type
Exactly.
deal, where I think churches are placed in certain areas to serve.
Yes.
And how can you not invite the community when
Right.
that's your purpose?
Yes.
So I really feel that you've done the right thing and you're doing the right thing.
Thank you.
And I think that you could be I guess a pilot program for other churches
Yes.
to understand their roles, because I think that we have reached a point with where I don't want to say that. Some churches feel very membership oriented, and if you're not a member, then there's not much the church can do for you.
Right.
But your church has been very, very, very supportive to all kind of events. I know
Yes.
that you're very supportive to our senior day or
Yes.
any other
Oh,
thing
yeah,
that
definitely.
we pull off. You're the first one that stands in line offering the vans and what other support you can give. So you are a model.
Yes, thank
And
you.
and you're continuing to model what I believe is what churches are
All
really
about.
all about.
Yes, we are definitely a resource to the community. We have we have a crisis ministry where folks can call for help, and that's not just for prayer, but that's also for resources of connecting you with other organizations that might be able to help you with heating and during the winter time, any financial help with some of your bills, food banks, clothing, you name it. The church is supposed to be a pillar of the community, but also a resource to the community as well, and not just the members.
Most definitely. Would you be kind and recap the day and
The
time?
day is Saturday, this coming Saturday, from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. It's an all-day event. Like I said, free food for the kids and for the adults. We have screenings, health screenings. There's going to be a bike giveaway for kids, but you must have your parent with you to sign off for it, please. We also have Moon Bounce. There's some other community resources that are coming that we would like to direct some of the people in the community for, too.
Wonderful.
And then, like I said, the day after is also Friends and Family Day at Cornerstone Fellowship Baptist Church. And please invite some friends, invite the family.
And that's at 10?
That'll be 10 a.m. on Sunday morning worship service.
Okay, all right. And speaking of churches, gentlemen, I would like for us to take just a few moments of silence for those 9 people that were shot and killed in the church in South Carolina. All right?
Great.
All right. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you for
on.
having us.
You're very
Thank you very much.
welcome. All right. So we're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back again. Good evening, and welcome back to the Congo Hour. As I stated earlier, unfortunately, due to technical difficulty, our Father's Day video cannot show. So I'm going to read a few of the the Father Day shout outs. But before I do that, I do have some birthday shout outs that I would like to give. And the first one that we're going to show is my brother Vaughn, who turned 50 on yesterday. So we have a picture of Vaughn, and that's Vaughn. He turned 50. And the next picture, want to say happy birthday to Gundy's mother, Miss Lisa Jacobs Jones. She celebrated her birthday on yesterday. So happy birthday, Miss Lisa. And last but not least, my granddaughter Anaya, Princess Nai, turned 10 years old today. And Mr. C, she says she's double digits now because she's 10. So that is my granddaughter Anaya, and want to say happy birthday, and I love her. And for our Father's Day shout outs, we have Mr. Congo, we have Trippy, we have Uncle Spiggles, we have Ben Congo Jr., the late Howard Dobson, Reginald Hayward, Ugandi Jacobs, Bruce Jacobs, Devon Jacobs, the late Nathaniel Bennett, Dr. Donald Morton, James Sonny Knotts, the late Fred Jacobs, Charles Washington, Thomas P. Gordon, Sam Guy, Jim McDonald, Antonio Prado, Frank Cook, Josue Ortego. You have any men you want to give a shout out to while I go to the other list?
No, I'm fine.
You fine? Okay. All right. We have Wilson Williams. We have Gary Hutt. We have Fred Anthony and Fred Anthony Sr. We have Anthony Parker Sr., Norman Wilkerson, Russell Horsey Sr., Damon Giss, Orlando Brown, Richard Saunders, Montrell Harmon. We have Joey Harrison. We have Melvin Davis, Ray Taylor, Melvin Eady, Jamal Colburn, Apostle Ronald Jones Sr., Samuel Pratchett, Michael Wooderman, Andre Ware, Pastor C.T. Curry, Raymond Jones Sr., Celine McMichael. We also have Ronell Waples, Duffy Samuels, Alan Jones, Jermaine Emery, Walt Samuels, Robert Samuels, Gerald Samuels, Devin Samuels, Danny Anderson, Greg Williamson. We have Chris Parton. We have Marion Witherspoon Jr., Sonny Green. We have Clarence Thomas. Sissy, stop calling my phone. We have Pierre Laughlin. We have Francis Roberts. We have Jack Booker. We also have James Tucker Sr., Reginald Meade, Thomas Collins. Mr. C, I have our Facebook was being blown up, and I know I can't read them all, but I'm going to do it until we get our funeral announcements.
Okay.
We have George, Christopher, and Howard Powell, Ernest Cooper, Ricky Yancey. We have David Karn. We have Aaron Talbert, Ernest Talbert, Keith Ash. We want to say, and we can't forget Albin, and we can't forget David here at the studio. We have Oliver Triplett, Andre Anderson, Mark Surrett, Pastor Derek Johnson, Rudy Congo, Robert Henderson, Elmer Harris, James Wester Jr., Herman S. Lane, Ricky Cook, Willie Waterman, Eric Thomas, William Bowie, William Brooks, James Brooks, Edward Frazier. We have Kerry Johnson Sr. We have Scotty Wooders, Greg Savage, Jasper Brown. We also have Donald Payton. We have Eddie Knight, Ryan Hunter, George Hunter, Roy Farmer Sr., Roy Farmer Jr. We have Thomas Heyman. We have Benjamin Stanford. We have Eric Robinson Jr., the late Eric Robinson Sr., James Moore, and we have James Cook. And because my throat is getting dry, I'm going to take a break, but not before I say Lamont Williams, Reverend Clifford Johnson, as well as Mark Rogers, Ronell Page, Noble Washington Jr., and the third, Dean Black. And that is it for right now. Going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.